So today's event is primarily for all CXOs of multiple companies in the geospatial domain. And as you know, geospatial domain is an emerging domain where we have efficiencies in India and which is growing quite a bit because it impacts infrastructure, it impacts logistics and many other domains. And space also has because most of the data in geospatial world comes from space, from satellites. And this is a very important sector which we talked of today was the introduction of the PPP model in space. PPP model, as you know, public-private partnership model, has been very successful in infrastructure, especially in the construction of roads in India. It has also been successful in the electrical sector, and now we want it to be brought to space. Because what it helps in doing is dividing the risk and the profit between the government and the private sector. So if there is a support from the government to share the risk, it helps people, private sector to invest and become more efficient. So very recently, there was an EOPPP, Earth Observation Public-Private Partnership, which was taken out by InSpace and which has been won by a consortium of space companies. It will be about creating 9 satellites which would be there providing Earth observation data for various works in India. And we are also looking at another PPP coming out on LVM-3 or the GSLV-3 rocket.
So there was also discussion on the critical measure.
Yeah, you know, critical minerals are very, very important. I need not list it out to you, and you see how the control of rare earths is influencing competition between China and America. That said, we in India also require our own metals, own critical metals, not only rare earths, but many of them. So one of the methods to get this information and data is by space, by remote sensing. And that was where the discussion was. And more importantly, the discussion was that this is not only the role of the government, but private companies also have to invest in this very critical and new domain.
So how the government will help, is it in the form of the NCC and the National Critical Mission Fund?
Yeah. So what will happen is now again, risk and profits in future are being shared between the government and the private companies. It will bring in more efficiencies because what private companies bring is more focus towards getting a job done faster and in a more efficient manner.